Hey, everybody. Welcome to The Wise Guys, the largest BYU sports live stream show in the world, the most watched collegiate sports live stream show on YouTube. We're live at the Redmond Farm Store at 420 West and 8th North in Orem. It's Redmond Night with The Wise Guys. We're out of the office and into the wild. Wise Guys is presented by Brady Plus and Mountain America Credit Union. Wise Guys is distributed by the Deseret News. Look for our new podcast out tomorrow, wherever you get your podcasts, and we invite you to subscribe to our free email at wiseguys.com. You can also watch all of our past content, and we'd love it if you'd hit the free subscribe button on the YouTube channel. That helps us grow the show. There's a lot of 47 jerseys out here tonight. We got an awesome lineup. Let's go down. Bear Bachmeier's here, and Tiger Bachmeier's here. Richie Saunders is out signing autographs. He's going to get drafted next week in the NBA draft. He's going to join us. New men's golf coach Todd Miller will be by. He's here signing autographs, and Bear's signing autographs. The Hoopsters are signing them. If you want to meet them, come on down here to the Redmond Farm Store. Our Re-Lyte Athlete of the Week. Re-Lyte is one of our sponsors. We got the shirts going. We're in their parking lot. It's the Re-Lyte Night. We'll announce our Athlete of the Week, and we'll have a quick course in Hydration 101. It's our pleasure to welcome Bruce Branch III to the Wise Guys as we come jumping out of the gate back from Mexico and the AmeriCup, getting ready for his run at BYU. And we settle in and say, hey, good evening.
How you doing?
Good.
For having me.
How was Mexico?
It was fun. I had a lot of fun. It wasn't the outcome we wanted, but it's all about the process. And it was my first little USA thing. So, I was happy to be there, and I had a lot of fun.
What does it feel like to be here, like on a night like tonight, but be with your teammates, the guys you're going to play with for this whole next year? How are you integrating into the team, and how's that feeling?
I love bonding with my teammates. We've been together. I've been together with half the team, but, we got the full team here now. So just bonding with everybody, learning everybody, what they like to do with habits, stuff like that. And I'm loving it, and I'm excited for this year.
We got another one of your teammates right here, Wright III and Bruce Branch III. You got two the thirds here. I don't know if there's another team in America that's got two thirds.
I'm definitely the first.
Look, you've been practicing with this guy. He's the new kid in town. What do you think?
Oh, Barton. He's young. He's really young. And he's super talented. I think honestly, he's a lot of surprise, a lot of teams. I think he's more ready for a college team than he can by the.
We saw that in that tournament.
Yeah, we sure. What's it like to play with somebody like Rob that nobody can stay in front of? He's going to break the defense down, which is going to mean shots for him at the rim, but shots for everybody else all over the floor.
We got great finisher, great shooter, great facilitator right here. Best point guard in the country. So, I'm not worried about him. Guarding on defense, I'm not worried about him. He's going to do his thing. We're all going to do our thing. So I'm excited for this year.
Listen, when we were watching Jalen Brunson of the Knicks, we were thinking of you. Is that kind of a blueprint for how you can succeed both this year and into the next level?
Yes, sir. I've definitely been watching Brunson a lot, especially because he went to Villanova, and that's 30 minutes from my house. So I've been watching him probably my whole life growing up. So just seeing him get that done, it was like motivation for me just because I'm a small guard. So it definitely was, I was tuned in for sure.
What's on the docket for you this summer?
Really just guarding on ball and then just making the better decisions when I get to the paint, because I get past anyone's at will. So just try to just tightening things up.
Were you surprised at getting a haircut? Was going to be that big of a deal around here?
Honestly, I surprised myself by getting the haircut. I didn't getting into the chair. I didn't think I was going to cut it off, and then I just was just cut it all off.
Does it feel good? Does it feel lighter?
I feel a lot lighter. Now when I run, I don't have to worry about having 5 pounds on my head.
So you're saying you're faster?
I think I'm a little faster.
A little faster.
Yeah,
right.
I think so.
Well, thank you for stopping by.
Yes, sir.
Thanks, Bruce, let's ask you an AJ question. We'll get your head coach in here. Kevin Young will sit in with Rob. Thanks, Rob. Okay, there was AJ last year. There was Egor the year before. You're neither of those two guys. You're Bruce, but the hype is pretty similar. How are you dealing with that?
Oh, I'm just doing me. I'm just being me. I'm not changing who I am. I'm just here to play basketball at the end of the day. So just being me.
Well, just being you, your head coach, Kevin Young, has joined us. What is being him like when he says, I'm just being me?
But he's just a simple guy, man. Likes to play basketball, likes his family, and just loves to hoop. And so what's been fun for me to see since he's got here is just the level of work, the things that he's trying to
just improve on every day. And just like you said, just kind of keep it simple, play basketball. I know that sounds overly simplistic, but I think sometimes, especially in this era, you get caught up in a lot of the nonsense on social media and this and that. And he's a young man that just kind of puts his head down and works.
Kevin, I was telling Bruce earlier that I met his mom. I've met her a couple of times in the gym. She's always in there working out. And I think she could probably still block some shots, no doubt in my mind. But I talked to her about why he's here. And she talked about you and the staff and preparing him for the NBA. But equally important to her was the culture that you've created and the values that this program upholds and what's going to be expected of him, not only on the court, but off the court. And it sounds like that's been, and you've told us, part of your recruiting message. Why did that hit home with Bruce, do you think?
Well, I think, number one, it starts with the type of human being and the family, right? Like, that's what we've been able to, I think, make some headway, is being selective about who we think would be people we want to partner up with. And then you combine that with the mission of the university, surrounding ourselves with people that are all about, family, about doing things the right way. And, his mom, Constance, is, her and I really hit it off. Honestly, we did right out of the gate. And, she really opened up to me on the visit. And, it is such an extension of everyone's families, like him being part of our family, my family being part of his family. And so for people to recognize that, along with all the other good things that go on with the university, I think that's where we've been able to kind of make some headway.
As you watched him play in the America against with the elites and against the elites of this age group coming through, what did you see that had you licking your chops for this year?
Well, I mean, he plays the right way. That's a hard thing to do in some of the settings that he's played in when you're playing with, I know it's a national team, but sometimes it feels just like a collection of talent, right? And then sometimes those can be environments that aren't conducive to team basketball, but that's something I love about Bruce, his ability to understand what it takes to win and not just, shoot the basketball. I think the way he rebounded really stood out in that, and his ability to play defense and guard. Those are things that you can do every night. Now, the shot making, the play making, those are things that, sometimes may come and go, but his ability to affect the game in a lot of different ways just really stood out.
Bruce, when coach says that you play the game the right way, what does that mean to you?
Again, what he said. For me, it's not all about scoring. I try to find other ways to, help us win. For example, rebounding. My mom wants me to average 12 to 15 rebounds a game. So
this is why I like mom. You see what I'm saying?
I'm a big fan right now. 12 boards a game is all she wants.
No, she wants me to, make the right plays. She doesn't say, "Oh, good shot" or anything like that. She'll say, "Great pass." I'll make a good pass, and she'll say, "Great pass." It's never a good shot. So she just showed me that. It's not all about scoring. You don't need to score 30 points a game. Just keep it simple. Just play basketball and have fun.
In my research on Constance, I found out that she was quite a defender. And so I know she's probably put a great emphasis in that area. What does she tell you about being a good defender?
When I first started playing basketball, she always told me, defense. If you don't play good defense, you're not going to be good. So that's all I thought about. Me being young, I never thought about scoring. Never really thought about how many points or rebounds I should get. I just play defense. I never was scored on as a younger kid. Even now, I take pride in my defense. I get mad at myself if I get scored on, or if I miss a rotation or anything like that. So, thanks to her, she was a great defender she went to NAU.
Yeah.
A great defender over there. Story. She actually took a senior spot as a freshman and made the senior quit. She's a dog. She's a dog.
45 blocks in a season.
It's incredible.
45 blocks in a season.
She's a dog.
Kevin, you had Egor, you had AJ, and here comes Bruce. So third straight year with a teenager with a lot of hype and super talented. What have the first two taught you to help with the third?
Number one, it's a process. They're all super unique. They're all different players. They all have different strengths. So, I think that's important, right? They all affect the game in a different way. But for me, it is a process. So Egor had to learn physicality. AJ had to learn how to maybe slow down. I think Bruce's challenge is going to be to, he does affect the game in so many different ways, but there's going to be times where we need him to be, maybe a guy who can go get a bucket. So what does that look like? And, understanding, when it's time to turn it on and things like that. So there's just different things that you have to teach these guys, and it is a process. I have to remind myself of how young these guys are, especially coming from the NBA.
Yeah.
But again, I think it goes back to what we talked about before, the character of these guys. All three of these guys are high character guys, and those are the types of guys we like working with the most.
Visiting with BYU head coach Kevin Young, newcomer Bruce Branch III on the Wise Guys, presented by Brady Plus and Mountain America Credit Union, broadcasting live at the Redmond Farm Store in Orem on Redmond Night with the Wise Guys. Couple of more questions and we'll get you out of here, but we love hanging out with you here on the middle of the summer.
Yes, for sure. Kevin, you watched the NBA Finals, and you just came from the NBA a couple of years ago, and you watched what Brunson did and what he's done through this playoff run. And Rob Wright said, I learned some things. I want to be more like him. What do you see in Rob Wright that maybe you also see in Brunson that you'd like to see him hone in this year and become this year?
Yeah, well, number one, I think the things they have in common is they're always under control. They do it in different ways, but Brunson's a low turnover guy. That's my favorite thing about Rob. I feel very safe when Rob has the ball. He's not going to give it away. No one's going to take it from him. And so now it becomes the second layer of just the decision-making part, right? And so I literally mentioned, I referenced Brunson today at practice where he's arguably the most unathletic guy in the NBA. He just won the NBA Finals MVP. And why? He's very under control. He almost always plays off 2 feet in the paint. You can never speed him up. He can always get to his spots, and there's always he's never dead, even when he picks his dribble up. And so, that's something, that we've talked to Rob about quite a bit. And if you look at the jump that Rob made last year, in particular with just his 2-point field goal percentage, incredible improvement for a young guy to essentially play kind of an inefficient brand inside the paint to all of a sudden that becoming a strength of his. And now the next challenge for Rob is to do that, but then also make the proper reads as it relates to, finding guys. I thought he really got good at his paint efficiency as a scorer, and so now it's the next layer there. And the team that we've assembled with the amount of shooting, he's going to have he could close his eyes and probably get an assist with the amount of shooting that's going to be around him this year, which will be fun.
Big storylines this offseason. You're one of them. Colin, coming from Kentucky, is another. He and Hannah will join the show next week.
Great.
We look forward to that. And Rob coming back, certainly one of the biggest stories in the offseason. The question that we all get, and we're going to ask you, and we apologize in advance, but I know you know it was coming, is where's the big man? What in the staff, and you're working, you got all summer, but that's the biggest question we get wherever we go, and you get it more than us. Where are you at with adding the final roster spots that you have open?
No, obviously it's a fair question. I love the fact that people care enough to even ask questions about, our roster. And this is something I've learned as I've gotten into college. Like, getting someone into school is a lot harder than I thought it would be. I thought you literally say, hey, man, you want to come to BYU? You say yes, and you show up the next day like they do in the NBA. You sign a free agent, here you guys at Brown. He's literally there the next day. And so there's just a lot of logistics that go into some of this stuff, particularly when you're, scouring the globe. There's a lot of things that go into it. So, we've been in lockstep with one guy in particular for honestly, it feels like months. There's just certain things that we can't talk about, can't report. So we feel great about, where we're at with some of those things. Hopefully, the plane lands soon enough and we can get some things out to the public and so forth. But, make no mistake about it. My staff is tirelessly working on not just this year's roster, but, and I was just joking with Harvey Scott. It's like, just when you think things are slowing down, there's always something that comes up. So we're tracking the next class and even the next class after that. I was on the phone today with the guys 2 classes away. And so the work just never stops.
2 weeks away from potentially putting 2 guys in the NBA draft. One maybe number 1, and Richie in that late first, second round. What do you think of these 2 guys and where they could go in this draft coming up?
I'm just super excited about having what's soon to be just 3 of our BYU guys in the NBA. It's just amazing.
2 years.
Yeah. It just like to the pride for me to just turn an NBA game on and, watch our guys on the big leagues. That's amazing. And so, I'm just super excited for AJ and Richie both. It's fun to see how much enjoyment they're having through the process. I was out at the combine and just watching AJ's interactions, talking with Richie. They should be extremely proud of themselves for the work that they've put in to get to the point they're at. And now I'm just like everybody else, man. I'm on pins and needles in terms of waiting to see where those guys are going to go. My phone rings often with different NBA personnel. Literally every day, I think for the past 2 weeks, some different teams reached out to me about one of the two of them. And, that's something I said we wanted to do when I took this job. And it's been fun to see that come to light.
Awesome. 5 questions now for Kevin and Bruce, presented by Strategy Square. Let Chantel help your business grow through social media. You can reach her at strategysquare.co. 5 rapid-fire questions.
So you don't even think about it. Whatever just comes to your head, right?
This will be the grand finale.
Let's start with Bruce, and then we'll go to Kevin. So, your favorite sports movie, Bruce?
Loving basketball.
Nice.
Guys.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
Loving basketball.
Remember the Titans.
Remember the Titans. That's a favorite, I think, over the years on the show. Remember
Great
the
one.
Titans.
Favorite
Classic.
singer or band? We'll start with you. Singer or band?
Jack Johnson.
Jack Johnson.
Jack
Mellow.
Johnson.
Don't sleep on that, Bruce.
Who's that?
A little chill surf
He's
guy,
like,
man.
Curious George?
Yes, there you go. There you go.
Banana pancakes, right?
There we go.
There we go.
What's
Who's
that
yours?
song called?
Who's yours?
They said rapid fire, man. You got to go
No,
fast.
this is hard. He's got so many.
Because the first thing that comes to mind is definitely not my favorite.
Well, go ahead and just throw it out there.
BTS.
BTS?
Okay. All right.
Did they tell you that at practice?
You do not get the ox. You do not get the ox cord at practice.
There we go. No BTS. Who surprised us with Taylor Swift a couple of weeks ago?
wow.
One of our big time athletes. I'm like, really?
Oh, yeah.
But then we had to acknowledge
One of
she's
the
talented.
football
She is. Listen, I've been to a Taylor Swift concert. I can vouch for that.
No, we're like, okay,
Is it because
okay.
your wife wanted to go or because you wanted to go?
The wife got me out there. But
you-
it was awesome.
you
It was
admit- you
awesome.
acknowledge, right?
Incredible performance.
Absolutely.
Okay, we're gonna start with Bruce on this one.
Okay.
Your favorite breakfast cereal?
Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
That's class.
That's a good one. That's a
classic.
good
It's a
one.
good one. Okay.
I got to go light.
Cinnamon
Just
or
straight
regular?
Regular.
Regular. I'm
With
cinnamon
raw
lifestyle.
milk from Redmond's.
He's a
Yeah.
How's that?
Well, that's the
He's-
company man
he's
right there.
plain old Captain
Well
Crunch.
played.
How do you eat that without cutting your mouth? It doesn't make any sense.
I like Honey
It's
Nut
not for
Cheerios.
amateurs.
Honey Nut Cheerios are
Honey
good.
Nuts.
Yeah,
Those are good. Those are good.
So, all right. Your favorite basketball moment?
Ooh. Back in 7th grade Unity, I had a game tying 3 with like 2 seconds left, and we ended up winning the game. Favorite moment ever.
Favorite
Seventh
moment
grade.
ever.
And I love that. I love that you go back to 7th grade. Was that your first game winner ever?
Yeah, first ever.
I love it. I hope there's many more for
One
you.
and only ever.
I hope
It's
you're
hitting
more
a shot
of
in front of 20,000 fans at the Marriott Center and having that rival that moment. That's a good one. 7th grade. What about you, Coach?
Man, I got to go Wright walk-off Madison Square Garden. I mean, come on. It doesn't get much better than that. That was incredible.
When we were watching the next game the other night, it was crunch time. That was final seconds. That's what we were thinking of.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's amazing.
It was that gave me the chills. That was amazing.
Did you have the angle on the shot that hey, I think that's in, or were you just?
Yeah, no, because he shoots those in practice. Like he makes like crazy shots like that often. So, it looked like it was right on line, and sure enough, what a moment.
That was great.
Let's have Bruce answer this one first, because we know he's only been here a short time. We were talking about this before, though. What's your favorite thing about being at BYU right now?
Oh, easy. You get 24-hour core access. I'm there anytime I get. Anytime I'm at home and I'm bored, I get to go to the gym and shoot 1,000 shots a day. Easy. We got to get better.
It's taking care of him.
Love it.
That's a great answer. I didn't see that one coming. I thought it would be something else. 24-hour access.
24/7 access to the gym when you want it there.
That's great.
We love gym rats around here. So,
Coach,
Mine is home games at the Marriott Center. Nothing like it. I've been doing this a long time. I've played in some of the marquee venues in the country, but there's nothing like a home game at the Marriott Center. It's incredible.
it is
fantastic.
that. It is that.
Coach Bruce, I know you guys are practicing already, and then there's a bit of a summer break, and then when does it start for real?
Well, once we get back in September, it kind of cranks up, and then we get into October, and it's we get kind of full steam ahead.
Thanks for being here on Redmond Night with the Wise Guys, and I know the Redmond products. I know your wife, and you love the cafe.
Oh yeah,
there.
big time spot. Love this place.
Hey, Bruce, you need to get in on the dinners. We went to pick up Delaney and Olivia the other day to take them out for ice cream. And they said, hey, just wait a minute. We got some guys here that we're feeding dinner. And it was Rob and those guys. I'm like,
good.
so you got to get it. Delaney
rad.
and Olivia are great.
Yeah.
They're chefs.
Good.
So you tell Rob you need to be in on that. You need to be in on that.
So. They made us stink. That was fire. There you go. Love it.
You were there that night. Oh, you were there that night.
All right, you're out. Good job, guys.
You know. Thanks so much, you guys.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.
Kevin Young and Bruce Branch. Our Re-Lyte Athlete of the Week is presented by Redmond, the secrets in the salt. Learn what it can do for you at redmond.com. Our pleasure to announce Ben Barton as the Re-Lyte Athlete of the Week. Tell us what he did.
An amazing week for Barton. He's the first BYU Cougar since Tito Steiner in 1981 to win the national championship in the decathlon at the NCAA Outdoor Track and Field Championships in Eugene, Oregon. And you think about that. The decathlon is always known as the best athletes in the world. The Olympic decathlon champion is the best athlete in the world. He's the best athlete in the NCAA. He came to the final event with an interesting scenario. He had to finish at least 7 seconds faster than Louisville's Kenneth Bird, and within 13 seconds of Louisville's Luke Pelkman's. So what did he do? He beat Bird by 9 seconds, and he finished 9 seconds behind Pelkman.
Unbelievable.
Gave him just enough points to win this decathlon with a personal best 8,169 points. Amazing. Congrats to Ben Barton.
Ben Barton is the Re-Lyte Athlete of the Week. The secrets in the salt. Learn what it can do for you at redmond.com. Click on the link in the chat and the show notes for a discount code to give you 15% of the Redmond products, which are right across the parking lot in this store waiting for you. And Ben will join us tonight later on the show here on Redmond Night with the Wise Guys. We do want to thank everybody who participated in last week's golf tournament to raise money for the Ephraim Hope Foundation. Everybody at Fox Hollow Golf Course was fantastic. And we want to remind folks that the Ephraim Hope Charity Mission auction has been extended through June 30th for good reason.
Yeah, we held back 2 very important items after the tournament. We thought there's a little more time with the NBA draft coming up. The first is an authentic AJ Dybantsa signed BYU basketball, which is going to be even bigger after he goes as #1 pick this next week. And then the second is an authenticated Richie Saunders signed jersey in basketball. Richie's also expected to be selected in the draft. So go to the website, wiseguys.com. That's YSGYS.com. And click on the link to place your bid for Richie's sign ball and for AJ's sign ball.
100% of the money raised helps our charity partner Ephraim Hope Mission provide education and opportunities to kids and families in Uganda. The auction closes June 30th, so get your bids in now. The Bachmeier brothers are going to join us in just a sec. Richie Saunders, since he's going to get drafted next week, we wanted to hurry and get him in here tonight. Can you believe that? The draft's next week?
Months ago, I was again. This is gonna never come. It's been literally 8 days or 8 days. It's just wild, man. It's wild.
What are you hearing?
It's all good stuff. I mean, we're excited to see how it all plays out. But I mean, we're in a good spot. It's been a great process.
And you're healing up great. Like we came in at the same time, and you yelled at me. I turned around, and you it felt like you bounded over to me to get a hug, and I was like, Richie, you look good. So
I appreciate it.
I'm guessing you're ahead of schedule on your rehab.
Yeah, everything's been going, fortunately, just as smooth as possible, if not better. I mean, it's just good to be able to move again. I mean, everybody that's going to watch this show knows that I'm not the most calm, chill guy in the world, and it's hard for me to
chill though. Let's be honest.
It's hard for me to sit down and just kind of sit around, and that's what it's been for the first little bit of not being able to do a ton. And so now that I'm able just to run and like I just said, jump and all that kind of stuff, it's just life's good.
We were just talking with Nate Pickens and Dawson Baker, both coming back from injuries, going to play this season. It's amazing how the body heals, right? And consider Valentine's Day. When you were injured to where you are today, to where a team's going to take you next week. And then how soon do you think you'll be in an NBA uniform? Could it be this season?
I'm planning on it. This is not a redshirt season. Yeah. I mean, ultimately it's going to be up to the front office, but yeah, I mean, we'll see I don't have an exact date, but this fall is my target. So
that's awesome. People know you for your great vertical jump and great lateral quickness. So what's the goal on the vertical jump when you're 100% healthy? What are we going to get into?
Yeah, just let me go get an O board. That's all I'm thinking about, man. Let me just swim, move, get an offensive rebound. However high I need to jump for that. There you go.
We're excited to get to next week and follow your career. What's your advice to the Bachmeier brothers here for the big season coming up?
Yeah, I mean they're just good dudes. They already know all this stuff, man. But I would say what I learned going into a high expectation season it's just like I know they're doing is just focus on getting close to the team and focus on working hard every day as a team, regardless of the expectations, regardless of the rankings and all that. Because again, like that doesn't mean anything. It means something for. I mean, what I'm trying to say is it fleets quick. So
how hard is it to do that?
I mean, if you got a good team willing to really do that and put their own stuff on the table, it works. You know, and I mean, I've been on all sorts of different sides of all this kind of things, but like, I mean, if you stay focused focus on the main thing and keep that the main thing of getting to the end of the season and doing all good and stuff, and it's gotta have that goal and keep that goal and that mentality. It's hard, but it's super doable.
For you, what's the focus now from now to the draft, and then from the draft when you finally report?
Yeah, I mean, it all happens so quick. So up until the draft is just, I have a few more visits this week. And so, I mean, just put my best foot forward and be myself. And, you know, it's wild. It's just the only time in my life where I haven't been able to decide where I'm going to go play. And so, it's like, I mean, I've really enjoyed this process, but, just getting to know all these people, but, essentially just keep rehabbing, keep doing my thing here and have a great visits. And then we're going to move literally next week. So
do you have a team you want to play for?
Yeah, I'm telling you, all I want to do is I want to get to a team where I have a good opportunity that believes in me and that we can go win. So wherever that is, you know, I got to give a disclaimer. If I end up at the Kings, BYU Cougar Nation has to.
No, I hate him right now because of Jimmer.
They still have some Jimmer jerseys.
But if you are at the Kings, they will become my new favorite team. You know that.
I'm just saying they gotta. That could be a possibility, and I would be excited. I will play. I'm just excited to go play. You know, and any team that takes a chance on me, like I'm gonna go give them my whole heart and soul. But yeah, I mean, I don't have a specific team. It's just
we would love you. We would love you in the West so we can be closer to you and see you more often. But but we know you got to go wherever, and you'll make a huge difference.
Let's finish with this. You loved your wife before, but now as you have been nursed back to health, how is your relationship now, and has your perspective been enhanced?
No, it's good. You know, I think she's been just an absolute angel through this, of helping me mentally, more specifically. You know, I mean, I can't even imagine having to do this alone. I can't even imagine. You know, it's because it's just like it's just been us. It's really just been us, and I mean, we've just felt the prayers and the love of all of Cougar Nation and all those people. Like it's actually been super real. But yeah, we're excited. I'm glad I get to go this next step with her. I'll say that.
Awesome. We wish you the best.
No,
we'll be pulling for you next week and beyond, and look forward to your days coming back here as a whatever, maybe a Celtic, maybe a Laker, who knows?
Wait, well, I'm grateful for wherever, man. I'll tell you that.
They absolutely will be our favorite team as soon as you're there. So you got to know that.
Thank you, Richie.
Appreciate it.
Thanks, Richie.
Richie Saunders. The draft coming up the 23rd and 24th. And
Bear is out.
Richie, here come the autograph guys. He's coming.
Bear is out talking to.
Tiger's going to corral Bear.
Bear's out talking to Weber State's defensive coordinator right now.
There's Gavin Fowler. Hey, Bear. This live stream. Tiger's gone to get him, and we'll have Bear Bachmeier and Tiger Bachmeier. Absolutely. We're glad you did.
We're glad you came, brother.
Talking with fans here. It's Redmond Night with the Wise Guys. There's free tacos and drinks. Come on down here, 420 West and 8th North here in Orem. It was about a year ago when we first heard of the Bachmeier brothers. The Stanford transfers settled in nicely to help BYU to a 12-2 season. And it is our pleasure to welcome Tiger, the receiver and punt returner, and Bear, the quarterback, to the Wise Guys. Tiger's in.
Bear's coming.
Here comes Bear.
Yeah, thank you so much for having us on.
It's good to have you guys here.
I love the setup. I don't know if you've actually... Have you panned for the fans, like the whole setup? Like, done a whole
it's
door?
Pretty cool, huh?
Yeah, I'm sure a lot of fans would want to see the specifics, because you walk back there and there's a whole TV and a whole setup. It's amazing.
Did you get some tacos?
Thanks. Yeah, I had one brisket taco.
One brisket taco. Bear, did you get any of that over there?
Yeah, it's good. Yeah,
Good stuff.
We got to have a probably eating competition with Bear and I.
There you go.
That's our thing.
Who wins that?
Actually, Bear will win with tacos.
Who wins with tacos? Is there other foods that you would beat him in an eating contest?
I think so. Maybe like a rack of ribs, probably.
Rack of ribs?
Let him beat you with a rack of ribs.
Gets competitive. I'm the taco man, though.
He's a taco man.
Yeah,
So we got 8 weeks before fall camp. What are you guys doing as teammates to just stay connected through the summer that'll help you when camp comes?
Yeah, a lot of Denny's trips. And just going out to eat and just kind of chilling in the locker room. And yeah, we got a good bond. I guess golfing too. We can pick that up a little. Some golf. Hey, we need to get you guys out. Gavin, you come play with Gavin tonight.
Yeah, we should.
So Barry, you were just talking to Gavin. Weber State's defensive coordinator. Are you guys talking football or just life?
Just life. Yeah, haven't seen him since the deal. So yeah.
Well, it's good to have you guys back together. I told him to come out and see you guys tonight. You told me after the alumni game that you decided to slim down a little bit this year, play at a little bit lighter weight. Are you still at a lighter weight? Are you holding on to that, or what have you decided here?
Yeah, I slimmed down a little, and feeling good.
Tiger, when Bear says slim down a little, what does that mean?
I don't know. I haven't ever heard those words come out of his mouth.
He told me I'm going to get leaner. That's what he told me.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I think I haven't seen him eat any tacos yet. So
okay.
So I'm eliminating the consumption of the milkshakes. So
okay, you're eliminating those, capping them a little bit.
Not eliminating, limiting.
So there were so many great moments last season in the 12-2 run. Here in June, when you think back, do you think back of the 2 losses against Texas Tech, or do you think of all those many moments in the 12 wins? Where does your head go?
Yeah, I mean, you always the 2 wins obviously hurt more than anything else. I mean, myself personally, like I'm so competitive. Like the cliche, like I hate losing more than I like winning, and so the 2 losses kind of resonate. And we gotta be perfect this year.
What about you, Tiger?
The 2 losses are a starting place to look into those 12 wins and see, hey, we were still having these same mistakes even in these wins, and we were able to just overcome them through any means. And so it's interesting how you can take those losses and watch the same exact mistakes happen in the wins, and you just fix those and go at it.
Bear, the offense felt a little bit more explosive in spring ball. What was the difference? Where do you think this offense has taken steps forward that will carry them into the fall?
Yeah, we got a lot of guys, and I feel like we've always have been explosive, and we got a lot of talent, and
Well, let's talk about the big story going on this summer in the Big 12. It has to do with Texas Tech. That's the team everybody's chasing. That's the team that BYU hopes to see again in the Big 12 championship game, since they're not on the schedule. But you got Brendan Sorsby, and we'll go over the details later, but the courts are involved, the NCAA's involved, Utah's governor got involved today. In the Sorsby situation, you're one of his peers, so to speak, as a quarterback in the Big 12. Do you think he should be allowed to play, or what are your thoughts on that situation?
Yeah, I don't really have a comment on that. I talked to him briefly after our Cincinnati game, and I can just tell you he's a good dude and a good football player.
It's certainly a distraction, and all programs try to avoid those in the offseason. Last year, BYU had a big one with Jake. Sometimes big injuries cause that. Sometimes things like this happen, but it's certainly going to be a talking point heading into the media days when you go down to Dallas in a couple of weeks. But that's some intrigue to the season, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, personally, like, I don't know if it's a politically correct answer or anything, but I hope he plays. That way Texas Tech is on their best game, and that's all you can hope for.
So you want to play? You always like to play a team at their best.
Oh yeah,
which is fun
like to see it.
Hey,
because then you beat them, and then if they're not their best, so then they got all these excuses.
Right.
You just want to go out and beat them.
You want to go beat them
like
straight up with the best players.
When
that
you
they
think
have.
of Texas Tech last year, the difference of those 2 games was 7 turnovers. They didn't have any, and BYU had 7. There wasn't any one player that beat BYU. It was you clean up the turnovers, and those are 2 different outcomes.
Yeah, no, for sure. Yeah, I mean, probably limit some turnovers. Yeah, and I mean, a big indicator of success is turnover ratio. So we were negative in those 2 games.
Okay, I want to know when I'm going to see a Bear to Tiger touchdown throw this year. Am I going to see that this year?
Yeah, you are. I can promise you that.
What if you had your best route that you like, the combo of the two of you, is there a best route that you like to throw to Tiger that I'm going to be watching for this first touchdown pass this season? Is there a route you like to throw the best, and is there a route that you like to run the best? We'll go you first, Bear.
Corner.
Yeah, we call it.
I guess kind of just like in the slide, he's kind of got a lot of options to kind of do whatever he wants, but we just call it a middle read route, and yeah, just maybe hit him up in the seam for a touchdown and get him some yak, and go score.
So you get an option. He says you get an option, and you read the defense, and just like playing catch, just like you guys were when you were growing up. What's your favorite route to run?
Yeah, I think we're probably maybe like a corner route out there. Yeah,
post corner or just right to the corner?
Just right to the corner. Yeah.
So when this happens, who's the happiest? Your mom, your dad, or your brother, your older brother? Who's happier to see you throw a touchdown to Tiger?
I'm not sure. I think everybody would be ecstatic. Yeah. Probably everyone who everyone was probably not able to see it because they passed on. They'd probably be just excited and tell you, my mom's gonna be super excited. She's probably running up and down the halls.
Moms tend to.
I want to see it. I want to see it multiple times this fall. I want both of you to answer this. Like, Tiger, what part of your game have you worked on the most in the off season that you feel like we're going to see on the field this fall?
Yeah, I definitely think it's out of cuts, being really deliberate on breaking away from the DB and just making that small separation, because there's a lot of routes we run where it's up to you. You're put in a good spot, and then it's up to you to just put in a little bit extra into your route, and then trusting Bear to get the throw there. So just trusting that separation.
Get it up and on time when he breaks out, right? What have you worked on the most, Bear, that you feel like you've improved the most this offseason that we'll see out on the field in the fall?
His pocket presence and be more deliberate progressions.
We're visiting with Bear and Tiger Bachmeier on the Wise Guys, presented by Brady Plus and Mountain America Credit Union. Broadcasting live from the Redmond Farm Store in Orem on Redmond Night with the Wise Guys. When that schedule came out, you had 7 home games, and both of you love playing at Lavelle Edwards Stadium. One happens to be Notre Dame. So, Tiger, when you saw Notre Dame come there on October 17th, what'd you think?
I was super ecstatic. I had my my third touchdown versus them. We ran a reverse, and I got to run that one in. So, but lost to them twice, and then hoping to turn the story around this time.
Yeah, Stanford and Notre Dame's a big rivalry game.
It's a huge rivalry.
You've experienced that.
Yeah.
Bear hasn't had a chance to experience the Notre Dame game. What do you think about having them on the schedule this year?
Yeah, it's an exciting game for sure.
It's fun stuff.
Is that, and I know they're all important, right? To the fans, they have a list. And everyone that's been on this show has been, Notre Dame and then Utah.
Yeah,
and then,
of course, Utah,
and then
right?
it moves on down the list. But Arizona, with the first Big 12 game so early in the season, second week, That one could have season-ending implications for both teams. Does that really get the focus going early as you get into summer and camp? What do you think, Bear?
Yeah, for sure. They're a tough opponent, so we got to bring our A game.
And Noah Fafita will reunite with you in another
guys have played him before.
showdown. Last year's double overtime game was one for the ages. And here comes one on Fox on national TV, and this is the big time, isn't it?
Yeah.
Does it feel like the big time?
You got cameras in your face, and the fans just make it a really exciting experience. It really feels big time. But I love Noah Fafita. Got a chance during the COVID year. We did a little bit of a club football type of thing, and so I was playing on his team and got to catch some touchdowns from him. So it's actually really respect him. Really
so you've caught touchdowns from Fafita, and yet your brother has not thrown you one. That's what I just heard. What just happened?
Well, we've thrown. I mean, we have probably 20 together in high school.
You have 20
in high school.
Probably. Yeah.
Okay, then I only need you guys to give 4 this year. Between the two of you.
The first Bear and Tiger football camp's coming up July 18th from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. in Spanish Fork, Utah. Let's talk about that. What age groups are invited, and what do you envision on this camp?
Yeah, it's ages, I think, like 6 to 16, I think. And, we're just going to have fun with the kids and, just hopefully they have fun and smile a lot. So
there's going to be a focus on fun.
So it's not. It's going to be a focus on, like, It's gonna be a focus on. We'll probably be doing some suicides and some. Get them really into it. It'll be fun when you finish the suicide. Like it'll be fun because you're done with them. I don't know. We do two different philosophies on that.
When a family comes and invests 3 hours with the Bachmeiers, what do you want them to be? What kind of football player do you want them to be at the end of that when they've had lunch and they're heading home and they're going, one, I just met the Bachmeiers and that's cool, but I'm now a better football player. What do you want to do?
Yeah, I think Coach Kalani, I'm just trying to pretend to give a little bit of a message that he's always given us, and it's when you walk out of that locker room, win or loss, you run straight to your family, jump in their arms, and when you get home from practice, when you get home from our camp, to just be able to talk to your family about what happened in the camp and show them that you love them, and so that'll be probably an ongoing message through it.
Where can they sign up, Bear, to participate in the camp? Online? Online, where? Tiger, where?
Yeah, so we actually got a meta ads campaign going. So Facebook and Instagram, I'm not sure if it's currently still running there. But message me on Instagram and I'll send you directly.
It's out there now. If they just go on and they Google
totally
or Chat GPT or whatever they need to do, right? And say Bachmeier football camp, it'll take them to sign up, right? And the deadline to sign up right up until camp, right?
Yeah. And I think we may be taking walk-ons too. So walk-ons.
So can you just show up on the day of and do that?
I'm not going to turn anyone away.
So there you go. So hey, go whatever search engine you use, search Bachmeier football camp and sign up and go spend a few hours with these guys and have some fun, right?
So what are you doing this for, football camp? You guys don't have to do that. What drives you to do this? And I imagine it has something to do with going to the senior centers and singing and performing, but the two of you love to give back to the community. Where's that coming from, Bear?
Yeah, just kind of how we were raised. I was raised just to be a good person, and I love being at BYU. The mission statement is to be, men of Christ-like service. To be disciples of Christ and to be men of service. And I don't know, I just kind of realized that we're kind of on the platform to give back and to be inspiration for these little kids. And that's why we're doing it.
You're both, you sing and play guitar. Who's a better musician between you two?
I don't know. We just have a good synergy together, so we usually just play together, and it works out well.
And sing together. Brothers' voices always blend, right?
Have you come up with some new songs in your fall rotation, or is it a pretty standard? We're coming to the senior center.
It's gonna be a fun time.
You're gonna expand it.
There won't be a song you guys don't know. We're just asking to have the fans and whoever shows up there just be able to sing along with the songs and. You sing loud enough so you're not hearing our voices, you guys are gonna have to come over for a Sunday night dinner and a jam session at the Fowlers. We're always around the piano or playing the guitar, and
well, we've seen you perform, and the folks love it.
Yeah, that's awesome.
They love it.
No, there's nothing else really like it. I mean, you think about playing in front of all the fans in the stadium, and then it's completely different experience and not thereof playing in front of the crowd with a guitar and a mic in your hand.
We're here at the Redmond Farm Store, where you can stock up on Redmond Re-Lyte and drink up the electrolytes. How important is hydration playing at Lavelle Edwards Stadium at elevation, and it's hot, and you guys are running all over the place. So in a game, how much do you have to pay attention to? I gotta keep my electrolytes.
Yeah, it's very important. You got to be hydrated.
Are you drinking stuff the whole game?
Yeah, it's water and Re-Lyte.
Re-Lyte.
I think we got some Powerade in there, but usually Re-Lyte, drink a few on game day, before game day. I'd say night before and day of are probably Re-Lyte times.
What's your favorite menu item here in the farm store?
We got some raw milk. We had some raw milk, and I've not had that yet. It's interesting. It's a different taste.
Have you had a burger in here? Have you guys had the burger in here?
Bear got the burger.
I was like, this is like a burger here, and I had the burger. I was like, oh wow, that was good. It's good, huh, Bear?
Yeah, it's really good.
It's really good. All right, 5 questions for Bear and Tiger, and we're happy to have them for a few minutes here on Redmond Night with the Wise Guys. 5 questions presented by Strategy Square. We just did this with Kevin Young and Bruce Brance. We got a couple of different questions for you guys.
Yeah.
But we'll rapid fire.
Some of the same.
Some of the same.
Let's start with Bear, and then we'll do Tiger. So we'll start with this. Your favorite sports movie?
Happy Gilmore.
Happy
that
Gilmore.
counts.
It is a golf movie.
Yeah.
Happy Gilmore.
And I love it. We're quoting that all the time. How about
right.
you? Favorite sports movie, Tiger?
Has to be The Express, Ernie Davis. That's probably my all-time favorite
Have
movie.
you seen The Express?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
we had a little 2009 Honda Odyssey 8-seater, and that was probably playing over and over again. And then I can remember playing it in the house. And then my favorite movie is he's getting bullied, and he takes off running on the railroad tracks. So for some reason, that's what I always think about when I'm over railroad tracks.
So here's a cool little backstory. I went to Ernie Davis Junior High School. I'm from Elmira, New York. That's where I grew up. And so my dad helped coach Ernie. And
really?
The sports writer Alma Latt that kind of started discovering him. He wrote articles about me. He had all the records, running records at our high school, and then I had all the passing records at our high school. Like Ernie's the greatest player ever to come out of my high school. Yeah, and of course won the Heisman Trophy and was treated terribly down there in the South. But that's all my town. That's my town, and I went. They named the junior high school after him, so I went to Ernie Davis Junior High School.
That's amazing.
So that's one of my favorites as well. So that's cool that you know that one. So I love that.
No, we just got a basketball transfer from Syracuse.
Tyler.
Yeah, so Tyler, we were just talking to him. I played there 2 years ago in the dome. It's not called the Carrier Dome anymore, but
no, but it was Carrier Dome when I was growing up.
Yeah, and really, really loud in there, but. They have a whole statue of him. I was mesmerized when we got out there.
That's cool.
Awesome.
I love that you know that. So that's a little taste of my hometown, those railroad tracks and all of that.
Awesome.
Some back and from Elmira.
All right, here's number 2. Your favorite singer or bands?
Ooh.
We'll start with you, Tiger.
I like Leon Bridges.
Leon Bridges.
Leon Bridges.
Puts out a lot of good music.
It's a good one.
Luke Combs.
Country.
Yeah.
Is he the guy that always has to walk out with some celebrity, or is that
No, that's Morgan.
Morgan
Wallen.
That's right.
No, this is Luke Combs. That's good.
Okay. All
That's
right.
good. That's old school country. Right, Luke. So,
Not really.
no, you don't think so? I feel like he's like a classic country artist. No, I'm not talking Johnny Cash, but he's.
Oh,
got that-
yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
He's got that.
Everybody's kind of poppy now.
No, he's got that cool, like old school
Yeah.
voice. I think.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
With modern songs.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
He's not singing Johnny Cash for sure. So, how about favorite breakfast cereal?
Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Okay,
Cinnamon
that's a
Toast
popular
Crunch.
one.
That's a good one.
Tiger.
Cocoa Puffs. I love chocolate. I'll do like Cocoa Puffs with chocolate milk.
I've
With
done it.
chocolate
And chocolate
milk?
milk.
Yeah, chocolate milk.
I've done it. I'm not
That's a
gonna lie.
double whammy right
So-
there. All right, favorite song to sing when you're performing at the senior centers?
Ooh, so my uncle Donald, he's about 100 years old, but
Is he really?
we have trouble picking songs because his whole philosophy is let's pick some songs that are really gonna get the crowd going and songs that they're gonna know. And so I mean that's when we go to the senior centers, we really let him take charge. And we've been singing this song called Bye Bye Love.
Yeah.
And it's probably been the most fun song we've been playing together.
All right,
So-
Bye Bye Love.
That's awesome.
All right. What about you?
How about you? It doesn't even have to be the senior center. Do you have a favorite song that you guys do together?
I mean, I like playing this. It's called "Come a Little Bit Closer" by Jay and the Americas.
Yeah. Come a little bit closer.
Okay. All
Know
right.
that one.
Those are fun
So,
songs.
Good stuff. Okay,
last one.
We'll start with Bear on this one. Did you have a favorite moment from last season? There's a moment that you just remember that you're like, yeah, I loved that.
Yeah, probably the Utah run.
Yeah, that's my favorite moment from last
When
season.
there was a
too.
bear on the loose in Provo.
When you dragged the dude,
Yeah, that was a good one.
I was so embarrassed for him. It was awesome.
What about when you jumped the other guy? That looked pretty cool too.
That one was also cool. Yeah.
When you're at the 8-yard line, I think we asked you this after the game. When you're at the 8-yard line, are you pretty convinced you're scoring in that big run?
Yeah, I guess so. I had kind of just put your head down and keep the legs moving.
And then your linemen were there to give you a nudge.
Yeah, they gave it a push. They scored the touchdown for me. So
I loved it. What about yours? Do you have a
Yeah.
favorite moment last year?
I think Bear's first touchdown was probably, just getting to see him run off on the sideline and celebrate.
Against Portland State?
Yeah.
The first of the season?
Well, the first one he ran in.
Right.
Yeah.
Who was that?
I think you scored 3 times against Portland State. It was all in the first half.
Yeah.
I think there were a couple of runs in there.
Yeah. So I just really enjoyed watching that. And then when we played Stanford, I had a really nice punt return.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then before the game, I mean, obviously, like, I came from Stanford. My best friend's from Stanford. So Fisher Anderson, like, you just kind of came together, gave him a hug before the game, took a picture, and that was a really sentimental moment. And it's not often you transfer from a school and then you play them 2 weeks later.
Yeah, exactly.
So kind of funny.
How fun has it been, Bear, to have your brother with you here and playing at BYU together, supporting one another?
Yeah, it's been a lot of fun. We a lot of fights and a lot of makeups, and I beat him up a couple times, but no, it's awesome having him here, and yeah, we live together, and yeah, so
The fights those were years ago, right? This wasn't last week.
No.
Yeah. I mean, we chirp about stuff. I mean, when you're in your house and you're changing, it's probably common that you put your clothes in the laundry basket.
I would say,
Yeah.
And when you go to the bathroom, you use your razor.
Yeah,
Yeah, that seems like- that seems like-
probably something. That seems like something.
It's
Yeah,
territorial.
probably something you should do.
Hey, wait a minute. Is he the clean guy, like everything in its place guy?
No.
And Bear is more like, it's okay if it's a little bit messy, or is that not?
He's messy. I'm clean.
I don't think either of us can really give an answer on these. You'd have to wait for your next football interview to ask our friends who've been to our apartment.
there you go.
Yeah, we're gonna have to ask some questions.
I over the break, because we had been back in California. I think I had left a day earlier. Bear was doing something with Murdoch Motors, so I had left and gone home like that Friday, and then he came home Saturday or Sunday. And I was like, Bear's like, oh, I promise you, Tiger, like I'm gonna clean up. It'll look nice when we get back. And then I text our building manager because they had asked to come in and change a light bulb or something or do a maintenance. And then I was like, oh, that's fine. Whatever, you're welcome to enter. They had asked permission to enter, and I said, can you let me know if it's clean? Bear said he made it spotless before he left, and she just texts back, well, you're gonna have a nice surprise when you come back.
It was not.
What happened there?
It was not clean.
Put everything in the closet.
It's great to have the Bachmeier brothers here. The next time we see you will be at practice, and that won't be too far away, but have a great football camp on July 18th. You can just Google Bear and Tiger football camp. All the details will come up. Spend a morning with the Bachmeiers and then cheer them on all season long.
Yep.
We admire you guys. We appreciate what you've got going here for two young guys who in a year, how about this? A year ago compared to now, just about everybody in this valley knows the Bachmeier name.
A lot's happened in here.
A lot's happened. So nice job.
Thanks. Thank you so much.
We love having you. We love what you're doing on the field, but we love what you're doing off the field as well. We appreciate you for that.
All right, go sign some autographs. I think some fans are
Thanks so
waiting.
much for having us. Yeah.
Tiger and Bear
Thanks for the
Bachmeier
tacos.
for the BYU Cougars here with us. We remind you
Bear, get some tacos now.
Yeah, the
Good to see you,
Taco
brother.
Fest. Thanks, Bear. Thanks, Tiger. After further review, Tuesday,
Thanks, Tiger.
August 4th. That's just 7 weeks from tomorrow. That's when after further review runs. 'Cause
Yeah, I can't
the
believe
season's
it.
coming.
Yeah.
But it's fun to watch these two go back and forth like brothers do.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
We do want to talk about Texas
I think we've
Tech.
established, though, that Tiger is the meticulous
Feels
one.
like it.
And Bear is a little messy.
Bears, yeah.
He says he cleaned up. He just put everything in the closet.
That's cleaning up too.
Jenna Hutchins in the 10,000 meters finished in 8th place. Also an All-American. Carly Hansen, 1,500, finished in 5th place. First-team All-American. And Carmen Alder in the 1,500, 8th place. Also first-team All-American. So there's BYU's All-Americans on the women's side.
The men, they took 21st place. They've been ranked around 25th all season, so kind of right there. Ben Barton, the decathlon national champion, he'll be with us in just a little bit tonight. Carter Cutting in the 1,500 meter, he took 8th, first-team All-American, and Isaac Hedegren in the 5,000 meter, 8th place, first-team All-American. So the track season has ended, and what a year. Starting with cross-country, and then indoor, and then outdoor. It's just been phenomenal.
Yeah, and then it falls just right around the corner, and BYU will be expected to compete for national championships in cross-country again. And that's just how they roll. So let's talk BYU football. We just had Bear and Tiger Bachmeier on the show. Phil Steele's preseason All-Americans. LJ Martin, running back, second team, first team preseason. I'll take that. Bruce Mitchell, offensive line, second team All-American. Kato Olave, the linebacker, 4th team. And in addition to those 3, Isaiah Glasker, Keanu Tanavasa, and Fali Tau Satawala were named 1st team all Big 12.
Satawala's got some healing to do.
Yes.
We're told 8 weeks, which would put him in the middle of camp.
Yeah, foot injury.
Would put him, if he came back in the middle of camp, he'd have a full month before Arizona. Feels like that's plenty of time.
He hopes to be ready by that September 5th opener. Glad they don't play a week 0 game. Every extra week helps when you're healing up. So
fans still do love those week zeros.
Yeah. Hey, Big 12 President's meeting is coming up. Right out.
We're talking about, of course, it's the Sorsby thing, and now we're kind of all in the courts. Commissioner Yormark meeting with everybody, ADs last week, presidents today. Now the attorneys, and so it's becoming a fight. It's a legal fight now with Texas Tech. They paid Sorsby, ESPN said they paid him $6 million to play this year. They're all in on him.
Yeah. How about that? You pay $6 million, and
we'll see.
All of a sudden, the NCAA says you're ineligible, and it's a battle. And
for gambling,
and best case scenario, it's distracting.
Yeah.
And it can be a lot worse than that as well, but it's distracting. No matter what happens, it's a big distraction all summer long to this football team. So how about BYU baseball? Former Cougar pitcher Michael Rucker has been called up to the Mariners. We had him on the Wise Guys back when he was pitching for the Cubs. Wish him the very best with Seattle, even though he's not with your Cubbies.
I know.
He made his debut on Friday and pitched a hitless 9th inning.
He's pitching great.
You got to go, if you haven't, you need to go listen to his interview with us, because he describes his first appearance for the Cubs, where he goes in
Yankee Stadium
facing Aaron Judge in the clutch as a reliever. Awesome? And he talked through his mindset coming out of the bullpen, what the coach told him not to do, which he did anyways.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say, if you haven't seen that interview, go to wiseguys.com and watch Michael Rucker.
Texted him this week, congratulated him, told him, hey, we're all for you. And now he's pitching for the Mariners. Women's volleyball, the schedules come out. A couple of notables. August 22nd. It's Utah Tech at BYU in the exhibition, so that's the first sporting event up to the new year. August 28th, BYU's at Florida Gulf Coast in the season opener, and that's the debut of head coach Rob Nielsen, who will be on with us in a few weeks. September 4th, Pittsburgh is at BYU. That's huge. Pittsburgh was in the Final Four last season, and that's the home opener. And then September 11th, UCLA's at BYU, talking about some big matches for volleyball right out of the gate.
Yes, so... and as always, BYU volleyball is expected to take a step forward and be nationally relevant this year. So, campus notes are presented by BYU Pathway Worldwide. Learn how to increase your education in a way that can benefit your life at byupathway.edu. Next week, John Wilcox from BYU Pathway will join the show.
We look forward to that. Redmond Night with the Wise Guys, presented by Redmond and their family of products. The Redmond Farm Store, Redmond Re-Lyte, and Redmond Roots Protein. Our next guest is the new head men's golf coach at BYU, a longtime assistant for Bruce Brockbank. It's now his show. Todd Miller is with us on the Wise Guys. It's great to have you here.
Yeah, it's good to be here tonight. This is a great gathering right here. This is a cool thing.
What's it like being the head coach? What are those early feelings?
I was on Cougar Nation the other day, and there was a lot of pressure initially to me. I didn't think I would feel that because I'd been around Bruce for 21 years,
Right.
And so I didn't really, feel as much of that pressure coaching with him. We worked good together, but then, knowing he's leaving and he's been there 34 years and Carl Tucker over 30 years it was like, man, there's a little bit of pressure to take over a program where there's been 2 Hall of Fame golf coaches in there. And, take on the reins. But, I'm just really excited. We have a great team. And so that takes a little bit of that pressure away because I've got guys that can compete.
As a player, you're better than both of those guys, though, right?
Not a chance. If we go out, I can sometimes pick off a couple of them if we play like Riverside because I know that course so well. But they're very talented.
You got
kids.
a great talented team. I have to tell you, Bruce, Robbie Bosco and I were playing, and I think I've told the story on the show before. And Bruce was coming off after being out with some of the guys at Riverside. Yeah. And we were just going out on one, and he was carrying his bag, and we're like, you never play with us anymore. And he goes, I'll just walk a couple with you. So we go grab a cart. He goes, no, I was just carrying my bag. I'm only going to play like 3 holes. So he birdies like 1, 2, and 3. and he's like, no, I was going to keep going. And so he keeps going, and he he carries his bag for 9 holes. We're like, are you done? He goes like, no, like I'm playing unbelievable right now. and we tried to get him to get a card. He goes, no, I'm carrying my bag. And I don't know what is going on right now, but I'm going to keep playing. I think he shot 5 or 6 under. After being out of practice, he carried his bag 18 holes. I'm like, okay, that's the greatest feat of golf I've ever seen. At our age, for him to walk around the course 18 holes and keep together carrying it.
Well, did you see, like, during COVID, he played like 2 or 3 professional tournaments, and I think he won at least 2 of them.
That's
like,
great.
So, I mean, he can definitely play golf. And he gets out there. You'll watch him every once in a while after practice. He'll have a 7-iron, and he'll hit a few balls here and there, like practicing his game. But, I mean, at our point, your swing's pretty grooved. It is what it is. And so
true.
You can get it done when you need to.
Let's elaborate on those 2 guys for just a minute. I was Carl Tucker's paper boy.
Wow.
When I was a kid. He lived just around the corner, he and Joanne and the group. And when you consider this just Carl, Bruce, and you, that's a lot of winning golf at BYU. It's a lot of golf, period. The footsteps to fill from those 2 guys might be burdensome, but man, could you choose 2 other guys to be predecessors?
Oh, I mean, Carl was the greatest. I mean, I didn't get to spend a lot of time on him, but if you see the guys he recruited, he was just a phenomenal recruiter.
Yeah.
He could talk to anybody. He was very sharp. It didn't matter what environment he was in. He seemed like he was the guy to listen to in the room. Now, Bruce is on the other side. He can talk to everybody, but he's just very, a little more reserved, and he created such a great family environment at BYU. And so they each did things so well. And, you can see it in the program. I mean, you look at Bruce's teams, you got kids going into the transfer portal all over the place in every sport. And you look at our team and nobody will. I mean, there might be a person we might nudge a little bit to go, but no, people don't leave our program. And that's a testament to Bruce Brockbank and what he does.
It's also a testament of his chief recruiter over all these years, which is you.
That's right.
So congratulations.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
BYU men's golf coach Todd Miller's on the Wise Guys, presented by Brady Plus and Mount America Credit Union. Broadcasting live at Redmond Farm Store in Orem on Redmond Night with the Wise Guys. David and I are talking former Cougar Zach Blair's playing in the U.S. Open later this week. And Kihei is competing in the British Amateur starting today. Big opportunities for both of these guys.
Yeah, Kihei, he shot 1 over today, so he's going to have to shoot 2 or 3 under to make it into match play. So he needs to get going a little bit. And he did play the morning round, which his scores are usually a little bit better in the morning, just depending on what the wind does. I was on calls all day. This is the first day you can call the 2028 recruits. And so I literally got off the phone like a minute ago before I got here, but I'm interested to talk to him and see how it went. He said he hit an 8-iron in the practice round from 40 yards out. That's how hard it was blowing in the practice round. 40 miles an hour. And I'm like, I told him, like, I remember my dad telling me that one year in the Open Championship, he was hitting 7-irons at a normal flight and they would come back into the wind and land at his feet. I'm like, you should have been trying that out. He goes, I'll try it, but I don't know if it was so windy today.
Hey, speaking of your dad, how much your dad, Johnny Miller, the legendary golfer and broadcaster, how much have you leaned on your experience with him when deciding what kind of coach you want to be?
My dad and I are very different personalities, but there's certain things that he taught me that I just love to teach to our athletes. And one of them is, he said, the greatest lessons you will ever learn have nothing to do with words. And so what he's saying is, watch the best of the best. Watch, just listen to them. Listen to the way they hit a ball, or the way they hold their finish, or, just the way they hold themselves on a golf course. Just watch the best of the best. You don't need to talk or anything. Just watch them. And so I try to implement that on my players. Is like, hey, watch these. When you get a chance, even Kihei, when you get to go play with the Preston Stout of the world, who's, he's the Big 12 player of the year the last 2 or 3 years. And just kind of glean something from him. Watch him do his thing. And, the other thing he talks about, being on air, is he goes, always say something that people don't expect you to say. So that's my advice for you guys.
Wow.
Say something.
He says stuff I don't expect him to say all the time.
So, even he told me, like, if you're speaking in a sacrament meeting, say something, that people aren't quite expecting, and I've gleaned a lot from my dad over the years, but I will tell you, my grandpa was the driving force behind our family's goals. I mean, he spent every waking hour thinking about golf and how he could help us kids improve. He was with us 5-6 days a week. My dad, when he would come home, he was just dad. He took us fishing. Yeah. We did all kinds of fun stuff with him.
Scoutmaster.
Yeah. I mean, it's just, that's how my dad was. I mean, one of my favorite experiences growing up was at the Players Championship on the 17th hole, the Island Green. It's Sunday. He took me with him. He's about to announce and he's reading the greens and looking at the different pins. And he gives me a fishing rod and I've got about 2,000 people there watching and I'm catching fish and they're clapping for me. So he just created great experiences for his kids. It was great to be Johnny Miller's son.
One of my favorite Johnny Miller stories has nothing to do with golf, but one of my good friends in our ward, Norm Sorensen, who was connected with your family from California, in his final days, as illness eventually took him, but he was down in the hospital, and he tells the story of Johnny Miller and this and that, and the ward that you were all in together, and then a phone call was made, and here comes Johnny, and I believe it was you, gave him a blessing in the hospital, and it meant the world to him. Not that it was Johnny Miller, the golfer, that Johnny Miller, his friend, came and came down from Heber, and anyway, one of his last memories in life. He just loved it.
Yeah, my dad he's a special guy. I mean, he shows up for his friends like that. And and people don't think he's a humble guy because they hear the way he spoke on air, but he's got a humility about him that's really special if you get to see it on that personal level.
Yeah. First class. Two seniors on this team. One is Kihei, ranked 23 coming out of this last season. Kihei up to 7 individually on the last rankings that I saw. I mean, you got a good group for next season. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, Kihei, that was an extraordinary year. I mean, when anybody is recruiting against us, they're like saying, BYU, you can't be, the number 1 player in the country. You can't be a first-team All-American. You can't, get on the PGA Tour. And Kihei just blew everybody out of the water. He's like, you want to see what I can do, I mean, Phil Mickelson Award winner, first-team All-American, top 10 in the national championship. And he just does it in a way. I will tell you, the testament to Kihei is he gets all of this stuff that comes with his greatness, right? And in this sport, you see a little jealousy because it's such an individual sport. And there's not a kid on our team that has any jealousy towards that kid. They all love him. They appreciate him. He goes about his business. He includes everybody in what he's doing. He is the ultimate team player on a golf team. And you just don't see that very often. So he's phenomenal. Peter Kin, man, he's like my dad striking his irons. Like, I love watching him strike a short iron. He hits it right at the flag. That kid, Drake Harvey, we have coming in from Las Vegas, has done phenomenal things. Got Cooper Jones coming back off his mission. Austin Shelley's a really good player. We have another kid, Lincoln Markham, that had a really good senior year that's coming off a mission too. We have all the players, kind of in line to really make a good run. We also got, Parker Bunn through the portal at Oklahoma State.
Boy, he had a weekend, didn't he?
Yeah, that was one of the great calls by Bruce Brockbank in his coaching career. I mean, if they didn't follow it, that call to have a qualifier before regional and put him in the lineup was unbelievable, because none of our players would have said, hey, put him in, just because he hadn't been consistent enough. He hadn't played for us in the spring. And Bruce is like, we're going to have a qualifier. And I'm like, I don't know, Bruce. Is that really the right thing? And then he goes in and he beats Kihei and he ties the number 1 amateur in the world, So it's a fun squad we've got right now. I'm glad Kihei is going to keep sticking around, keep trying to get his points through the accelerated program. And I think he wants to be around and make a big difference for this program.
Well, number 23 ranking this last year. And it sounds like, this team's ready with this experience and only 2 seniors from this last year to make a big step forward and compete on a national level, maybe a top 10 if possible. Is that something that we can look forward to, perhaps?
Yeah, I mean, I think you see our program over the last 10 years just making little steps. I mean, first it was kind of getting through regionals, and we've been doing that 7 or 8 of the last 10 years. Yeah. And then it's kind of how do we overcome this crazy Thursday round on Sunday, which just plagued us? I mean, we were averaging 10, 12 over par and just shooting ourselves out of the tournament before we even really got to start it.
Yeah.
And then these last two tournaments, you saw how well we played on that Sunday round on Thursday. And so those are part of the steps. And I don't think we have our players don't show up with that same nervousness for that round on Thursday. And that was a huge hurdle. And I think we're over that. Now we got to get into that top 8 for match play.
We got our Re-Lyte shirts on. Kihei's been on with us a bunch and talking about hydration. And when you're in college golf and you got to carry your clubs and you're out there walking the golf course as a young guy, we expect the pros. We just see them do it. When the college kids get out there, it's a different thing. And Kihei, in talking about Re-Lyte, but hydration mostly, he said, you know what? It's mental. So much of golf is mental. And that's the first thing that goes when you're tired and worn out. You can still swing the club and all that stuff. But if your head's gone, your game's gone. And that's one thing he said about that. Re-Lyte helps him.
No, I mean, we've needed to step it up in our program in a lot of different areas when we went into the Big 12. And one of them was just how we fuel our athletes. Yeah. And these last 2 years, I think that's made a big difference for us, really. I mean, I watched it in Puerto Rico when Kihei played in that pre-Puerto Rico Open, and just the way he was fueling his body, and Re-Lyte's been awesome for our program.
Our theme tonight is hydration. Everybody that's come in, we've talked about it.
I need to shift from Dr. Pepper to Re-Lyte.
Yeah, that's his problem.
Or just mix the two of them together, you know?
Maybe I need to mix them up.
Yeah, the chocolate Re-Lyte, we were talking about this on the show the other day. It is so good. You can put it in, you don't think chocolate is going to hydrate you, but I'll put the chocolate Re-Lyte in regular vanilla milk, and Harvey's like, yeah, we're great. So
I haven't tried it. I'll have to give that a whirl.
Yeah. So, okay. So here's a question for you. 18-hole battle. I'm going to make it tougher than we actually wrote down. I want you to rank 1 through 5 how these folks finish. You, Danny Ainge, Brian Santiago, Kihei Akina. I'm going to add Robbie Bosco to that. So it's Robbie, you, Danny, Santiago, and Kihei.
Who's the clubhouse?
We all have to play the same tees.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because that's big. Danny made a big move. He moved up a tee, and
he's got to play the blacks.
Unbelievable.
He's got to play the blacks.
I mean, you got to go with Kihei.
So Kihei's going to be in first.
I think I'm going to find a way. I don't know. Bosco, man, he's incredible.
Yeah,
I'm going to claw my way out and somehow beat Bosco. It's going to be a tight race.
Good.
Maybe I'm going to wear him out. So I'm make him walk. If I make him walk, I'm going to beat Bosco.
And Robbie's off the tour. He's off the tour for 3 years. When he starts his mission.
I'm going to put Bosco in number 3.
Bosco's going to be 3.
And then it's going to be an ultimate battle between Brian and
this could be to the death between
Brian and Danny.
We need someone there to make sure it's on the up
I mean, he's my boss. This isn't going to go over well right here.
But he knows.
I gave him a lesson a month ago, and he's really feeling it. But I got to go with Danny and
you got to go Danny and then Santiago.
Yeah, I got to
go.
But
here's the thing. That's a good fight.
Yeah, that's a good fight.
We'd have fun.
That would be fun.
On a windy day, can you outpower Kihei? Can you beat him?
No, I can't beat Kihei. No, really? I'm not beating Kihei. Maybe a short course like Riverside, and I just happen to get hot with the putter. I've got a chance. But
you got a chance.
That kid is phenomenal.
Yeah, he is good. I love that he's so dang humble. He's just, and he gets it right from his mom. And of course, you got Alan in charge of a lot of that golf stuff, but it's just it's a family that produces great kids. Isn't it?
It's a true family. Like everybody I talk to is like, I've spent some time on the North Shore with them, and I love that family. I love being around them, and all of their kids are so successful. I mean, whether it's in basketball or rugby, whatever they may play, they excel and they do a great job in school.
Yeah, that's awesome. I think we're ready for five questions for Todd Miller, the new golf coach at BYU, presented by Strategy Square. These are rapid fire, right? When we're done, people are going to know more about you than they do right now.
Yeah. Your favorite sports movie? That's the first.
Favorite sports movie? Hoosiers.
Oh, Hoosiers. Do you have a favorite golf movie?
What?
Do you have a favorite golf movie?
No, I don't. I don't like the golf movies because they all are like too fake. I need like a real swing
like
in there.
I mean,
Happy Gilmore was it. That's pretty funny.
That is fun.
That was Bear Bachmeier's.
Bear's favorite movie, period, is Happy Gilmore.
Yeah.
So, favorite singer or band?
It was always Garth Brooks growing up.
Garth.
I love Garth.
Still is?
I love him.
He's so good.
My favorite song, Garth Brooks, is the one where he said about Meet Your Mom.
Oh, yeah.
I cry every time I hear that.
one. Yeah.
It's amazing. So,
He's so good.
okay, your favorite golf course to play in the world?
Man, it's got to be Pebble Beach. My dad he just instilled such a love of that golf course for me. Every time I play it, a great feeling. The other ones is Kings Barnes in Scotland is a unbelievable golf course. Love playing there too.
Did your dad like Olympic a lot too?
He grew up on Olympic, but if you asked him his two favorite courses, it'd be Pebble Beach and it'd be Shinnecock, where they're playing the U.S.
Really?
Open.
Oh, yeah.
Why Shinnecock?
I have to go play it. It's one of the courses on my list. I've got to go play. He loves just the design of it, the greens, everything about that golf course. He thinks it's just a real great test of golf.
That's great. But John Gearson took me to Pebble, and he took me to Olympic, and then he also took us out at Cypress, which he had to play with us for that one.
Did you hit the green on 16?
Yes, I did actually.
Wow.
Because the wind was he's like, I don't even know what's going on. The wind's never not blowing on this hole, and it was just dead calm. But I will say it was pretty much an exercise in just seeing a lot of beautiful people. That's what that was. But John Gearson, what a great guy. He just took care of us every time we were over there.
How about number 4, favorite golf tournament that you've attended in person? Favorite golf tournament?
I would say the Open Championship when Jordan Spieth won at Royal Birkdale. Because one, it's where my dad won his Open Championship. And I was right there when he hit that big slice on top of the hill. And nobody could find his ball. It landed right on top of this guy's head, made him bleed, but he was on the other side of the hill. So Spieth's looking for his ball in the gorse, and after like 3 minutes, he looks up and he goes, "Did anybody actually see my ball?" And everybody's like, "No." And then this guy pops over the hill and goes, "Hey, it hit my buddy right on top of the head. He's like bleeding on the other side of the hill." So they found his ball, and then, he makes that bogey there, and then knocks it stiff on the par 3, and then the famous putt where he rolls it in and points for his caddy to go get the ball. That was unbelievable.
Classic.
That's an awesome memory.
Our last one is your favorite thing about being the new head coach at BYU.
You know what? It's probably, I can't announce it yet, but the hiring of somebody that's going to work with me. I'm hoping to announce it. This guy, if I get to hire who I wanted to hire, I could go anywhere in the country, and this would be the guy. Like the energy he has, the love of the players. So to be able to work with him, I mean, I had a great working relationship with Bruce, but now to develop another relationship with somebody else and do it for these kids it's going to be awesome.
Does he complete the staff? Is this the last hire for you?
We'll see. For right now, definitely. But Ryan Smith said something when he took over the Jazz where he's like, it doesn't matter if I'm the guy that gets the glory of who wins. I just want to get all the best people around me to help me win. And that's what I want to do. I want to get people around me. I've got a lot of ideas of people like volunteering, helping me in different stuff, because there are so many talented people in this state that can really help me with this golf program.
What a time to be at BYU when you consider AJ with Kevin Young, Jane with Diljit, Bear with Kalani, you with Kihei. These are 4 unusual talents and 4 really good coaches around them.
Freshman phenoms.
Yeah. It's a special time, and Brian says it all the time, but he's just like, hey, we're rolling, we're ready to go. And I love the passion of Brian Santiago with the helm. I mean, there's no guy that's more passionate about what we're doing, and he's a can-do guy, and that's what you want is your athletic director, somebody that never stops believing that he can get things done.
Awesome. Congratulations. We're glad you're the head coach.
We're excited for you.
Look forward to many years to come, and I guess, how do you approach your season? You've got a fall season and a spring season. The spring season is where the big tournament is, but the fall season seems to be pretty important too. When do you start up with the new guys?
Yeah, I mean, everything that we do throughout the season, every tournament, it just adds up to your ranking.
Okay.
So every tournament you play is important. There's not any of them that aren't important. Obviously, your conference championship, if you didn't play well through the year, becomes more important because you can win it and get an automatic bid. But where the place we've been able to already get into regionals. So that's important. But right end of August, we'll meet up. We're going to do some testing with the TPI with our guys. We're going to try to do a little team retreat. And then we get rolling, end of August, 1st of September, go up to Park City, play a bunch of those great golf courses and have a big qualifier.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Congratulations.
Good stuff.
Thanks for being here.
Todd.
Yeah.
Head coach Todd Miller with BYU men's golf and what a bright future the Cougars have ahead of that. And Todd joining us here on Redmond Night with the Wise Guys. We remind you, Quick Quack Car Wash is a proud sponsor of the Wise Guys. The company was founded by BYU grads, and they do something very special every time they open a new location. Quick Quack holds a fundraiser for folks in need. And with new Utah locations coming to South Jordan, South Ogden, Provo, Salt Lake City, Murray, and Sandy, they're taking nominations. If you know somebody who could use some help, go to quickquack.com/preview fundraiser and submit your suggestion.
Yeah, and they're all over the country. And so when you have a Quick Quack that's close to you, remember, there's BYU grads that own this thing. They're doing good things in the community. They support BYU's athletes. They support Wise Guys. So give me your business. We love their slogan, don't drive dirty.
Don't drive dirty.
Quick Quack
Never
says
do that.
don't drive dirty. So
our next guest is one of America's newest national champions, senior from Bloomfield Hills, Michigan. Went on to the NCAA Outdoor Track and Field National Championships over the weekend in Eugene, Oregon, and won the decathlon. Our pleasure to welcome Ben Barton to the Wise Guys. How does it feel?
It feels so good. It's taken a long time to get here, and it's just a kind of a surreal moment to finally accomplish what I've been working for.
We were talking before you came on, and I said, he's the greatest athlete in college athletics. I mean, that's the title that goes with the person that wins the decathlon. I mean, there's great football players and basketball players, but across the board, how does it feel to be the best athlete in all of college sports?
Oh, well, I don't know about the best athlete necessarily, but it's a lot of work. There's a lot of disciplines you have to be good at. And it's taken a long time to get good at it. I've never done a decathlon before coming to college. I'm just kind of figuring it out as I went, and thankfully, BYU has an incredible coaching staff, or else that wouldn't be possible at all.
In the final of the 10 events, the 1,500-meter run, you cross the finish line with the exact time you needed to win the title. You go down on the ground, and you just stay there. And we're watching that. We've watched it over and over again. We're like, is he hurt? Is he going to get up? You just stay down there. And so we got to know, what are you thinking about when you're flat on your back at the tail end of such a big race?
Oh, I mean, I'm just out of breath. That's just kind of how every workout goes for me. I don't know why. It's just like I'm always out of breath, and I just kind of lay down for a long time. It was just a blur. Like the whole day of the meet, it was a blur afterwards. It wasn't until like the day after that it kind of sunk in that I had actually accomplished it.
Really?
Yeah.
So one by one, all of the other competitors came, and you were still on the ground.
Yeah.
And they all came over and said a little something to you. What were they saying?
Yeah, I mean, it's just like the decathlon is so unlike other events in that like you're with these competitors for like 2 straight days. So you actually become like really good friends with them. And I've competed against a lot of those guys in past competitions. And so they were just really happy for me. I have no idea what they said to me. It was just all a blur. Like my siblings and brother-in-laws were just screaming there next to them, and I have no idea what they said. But
I heard John of Sports Nation talking about that moment and your race plan, and it all just came together. But as you're heading to the finish line, do you get the feeling that you're where you need to be to win it all, or are you just still kind of hoping?
I had no idea, really. I was just going to go out there and execute the best race plan that I knew how. And I had no idea what kind of shape KJ Bird was in. I had no idea where he was the entire race. I just had to see what was going to happen. Just run my best race and see what happens.
BYU Decathlon National Champion Ben Barton with us on Redmond Night with the Wise Guys, live at the Redmond Farm Store in North Orem. How motivated were you by your wife, Clara, and the birth of your son, William, just 3 weeks ago? They weren't there with you, but they were with you. Yeah. How'd they motivate you?
I mean, it just meant a lot to see my wife, Clara's sacrifice to help me get to that position. Usually when you have a newborn, you help each other. Normally I'd be on diaper duties during the night and whatnot, but she told me to go to another room, and get good sleep the weeks leading up to nationals so I could really perform. And she was really tired during that time, and that was kind of hard to see her go through that. And, I wasn't going to let it all be in vain.
When you called home, now the national championship is yours. You get the first chance to call home and talk to Clara. What did that conversation go like?
Oh man, that was definitely an emotional moment. She was definitely crying a lot. She was so happy for me because she knows how much that meant for me. And Man, gosh, it's just full of emotion, and it's really just been an emotional roller coaster ever since winning it.
Well, now you're back home, and as you're walking around the house as the national champion, what's that like for you? Do you not have to do as many diapers now, or is it all just, hey, you're back, here we go?
No, now I'm on extra diaper duty. I'm all-time diaper changer now. So I'm trying to make up for the lost time, see if I can do that. And it feels good. Just kind of a relief not having to like train and stuff all the time now, just decompressing. And
what a story you have to tell William as he grows up and starts running and starts to appreciate just after he got here, what you did. That's just amazing.
Yeah.
You can even embellish it too, because it'll be a few years.
Yeah. We'll see if he becomes an athlete or not. My wife is really into like music and the performing arts and stuff, so we'll see which route he goes. So.
Oh wow. You're a return missionary.
Yes, I am.
You come back, you get back in shape. There's so many stories of return missionaries that were even better when they got back.
Yeah.
From their missions. And now a national champion. What an opportunity to rep the Y now, and the church at the same time. What does that mean to you?
Geez. That's was a huge reason why I wanted to run for BYU, is just because it is associated with the church. The church and the gospel means so much to me, and just like being able to interact with other people and hopefully have a positive influence and have them see that as coming from, the church in some way, that's meant a lot to me. I've been able to meet so many people throughout my journey in college and competing, and hopefully others have come away with a better view of the church and BYU.
Well, the Fireside Speaking Tour is just coming together for you. So you got decades of that coming. And just ask your head coach at Istone, as he's been successful, and then being able to take that as a motivating tool for the young men and young women of the church is, I think that's almost as fun as competing.
Yeah.
Because of the difference you get to make.
And,
you were a good guy before you won, but as a national champion, all of a sudden your platform becomes different, doesn't it?
Yeah. So what's next? What's next for the Barton family?
Well, right now I just, I'm in the process of applying to dental school.
Okay.
I'm coaching BYU sports camps right now.
Good.
Which has been fun. Might coach some high school track next year in my gap year. And my wife has one more year of school. So,
What's she majoring in?
She's doing experience design and management at the business school. And while she does that, I'll be kind of like a part-time stay-at-home dad kind of dealio.
Yeah. And you said she likes the performing arts. So is she performing with any of the BYU groups? Well,
she doesn't do a lot of performing now. She was a Nauvoo performing missionary.
Okay.
Oh.
She's brilliant on the piano. She can do any sort of dancing you can think of. She's a wonderful singer.
Look, all of us have been through Nauvoo. Those guys are great.
Yeah.
You
We're
gotta be
going
good
there.
to get on stage.
What a
going there this
talented
summer.
family into
Yeah.
different, very unique disciplines, right?
We've been talking about electrolytes tonight. We got our Re-Lyte shirts on. They're a sponsor of this show. We're here at the Redmond Store.
I had some before the decathlon.
Tell us what that does to your body and how it's helped you.
The electrolytes?
Yeah. The Re-Lyte.
Well, first of all, they taste really good. So I enjoy that because I have like a big mixture that I drink with like creatine and all that kind of stuff. And it just makes it taste real nice. And it makes it so that you're not so nauseous when you're competing. If you don't have enough electrolytes, you have like this sloshy feeling in your stomach and you might feel a little lightheaded. So just making sure you have enough electrolytes is just one of those check marks that you have to have when you compete.
DLG's talking all the time about Redmond Relay. They swear by it. In fact, after the championship, she took a picture of it and posted saying, we love this stuff.
I take it every day.
Yeah.
Before I go
something to it.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, if you're not hydrated as a decathlete, you're done, right?
Yeah, no, especially over 2 days, you have to be hydrated.
DLG convinced me, so I've been doing it ever since. So it's helped.
All right, let's do 5 questions for Ben. They're presented by Strategy Square. You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay.
Let's start with your favorite sports movie.
Oh, I'd probably say Chariots of Fire. Good running movie.
Mm-hmm.
We would be surprised.
No, it's a good one.
You know, another good one is that McFarlane movie.
Yeah.
Remember that one?
Yeah.
My wife loves that movie. I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of it, but
Really?
I don't know why. It's just
It was Costner was the
never
coach,
struck
right?
me.
Yeah, but it was cross country.
yeah,
That's
cross
right.
country.
It
That's
wasn't-
too
it
much.
wasn't
Too much
decathlon.
running.
Yeah.
Your favorite warm-up music. What are you listening to when you're out
Oh,
there?
it's kind of funny. My teammates make fun of me, but I listen to Christmas music before I compete.
Wait,
It just
like-
puts me in the right
Like Amy Grant? Like who? Like,
yeah, I don't even know. Like Stevie Wonder Christmas.
Stevie
So
Wonder.
you're listening to Jingle Bells right there. It's 80 degrees.
Yeah, it's really cheesy, but it just kind of puts me in a good, jolly, happy mood before I
Whatever
compete.
it takes for you to.
Whatever it takes, and
Performer.
that's what it takes.
That's
So,
awesome.
what, do, you
Christmas
have a,
music.
do you have a favorite event? Your favorite event in decathlon?
My favorite event, probably the running ones. I feel like they're just the big test of, just grit and stuff. So I really like those on meet day. In practice, I really enjoy high jump. That's a fun one.
Which of those 10 in the competition are you going, okay, if I can just get through this one?
Oh, probably pole vault. I've had some struggles in that one.
Really?
Yeah, just one of those events that I started learning in college, and it's a funky one. There's so many variables that go on to that.
Is there one where you go, okay, I dominate in this. This is what I'm the best at.
Usually like the 400 meters.
400? Okay.
Yeah.
400.
Mhm.
All right, your favorite trait of head coach Ed Eystone?
Favorite trait? I feel like he's always very level-headed and even keel. He is composed. It's really good to have a leader that's nice and composed before those big championships and stuff. It makes you feel a little bit more calm and confident.
What did he say to you after you won? I mean, he's a decorated winner from his time.
He said a lot. I can't really remember specifically, but pretty much congratulations, Ben. Way to rep to school, something like that.
Something like that. That's cool. Well, he knows what that feels like winning at the highest level.
Yeah, he's done it a lot. Yeah.
So, you're new at this, but is there a thing that is your favorite thing about being a dad yet?
Oh, he's forced to cuddle with me. He just has nowhere to go. He just gives me hugs and I accept him. It's been fun.
So, William, how'd you come up with a name?
William, it's a family name. And we had so many names that we were going through and none of them we would agree on. And that was the first one we were like, we both kind of like that name.
Yeah.
So we went with it. All the Williams we know are great out there. So
All right.
Will you let people call him Will, or is it always got to be William?
he's going to go by Will is what we're thinking
Okay,
right now.
yeah.
Yeah.
Not Bill, but Will.
Not Bill.
Somehow Bill comes from William. I'm not sure.
There's so many nicknames with
But I
William,
think
but
Will is a great. I like Will as the short for William.
yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, and your neighbors now have to greet you as Ben Barton national champion.
Yeah.
I won't force them. But
No, they should though. They should.
And think about the new Christmas card. You got to figure out how you're going to work that in.
Yeah, no, it's been fun.
National champ.
Yeah, we had a plumber come today. He's like, "Congratulations on the national championship."
That's
I'm like,
The plumber did. All right.
Yeah,
Well, yeah,
big
that's awesome. We're so happy for you.
Unbelievable accomplishment. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Congratulations on fatherhood, on being married, on being a national champion, and being done at BYU. I mean, it's that's you checked all the boxes. That's cool.
Yeah. Thank you.
We appreciate you. Thanks for being here tonight.
And give our best to Clara and Will.
Okay, we'll
There you
do.
go.
But let Will sleep tonight. Don't wake him up when you get home. If he does wake up, tell him Blaine.
he doesn't
An
sleep
old
much
trick
during
that
the
Dave
night,
used to
though.
use all the time. If Clara doesn't hear Will in the night, you don't have to get up. If you nudge her with your knee in the back and pretend like you're asleep, then she'll get up and go to you.
Yeah.
Yeah, let me know how that works.
It used to be that trick.
Let me know if that works for you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for coming over, and
Yeah.
best of luck to you and your family and national champion. Good job.
Appreciate it. Yes.
Thanks, Ben.
That's Ben Barton, the latest national champion. Boy, he got it done, and then Taylor on the women's side got the national championship, and it seems like BYU cranks out national champions.
They do.
Doesn't it?
Yep, they do. They sure do.
Hey, Wise Guys, would love to connect with you through Cougar Tribe. You can sign up for free at cougartribe.com and interact with a wide community of BYU fans all week long. Our special Q&A sessions are there too from the Wise Guys. You can sign up today at cougartribe.com. I believe Spencer's going to join us at some point from Redmond, but maybe not. And so while we wait for him, let's go with On This Day. There are the McCanns. Good to see them here. Let's do On This Day, June 15th.
We can do On This Day.
As we head down the home stretch.
Yep.
So, as you know, each week on the show, we kind of head down the home stretch with things that happen on this particular day. It's a history lesson. It's also Fascinating.
It gives us perspective.
Yeah, it gives us some perspective
On what happened in the world on
and
this
a lot
day.
happened today.
And we
June
always like to
15th.
go way back. So we're going to start in 1842 this time. John C. Fremont begins the first expedition of the Oregon Trail. On this day in 1842. In 1864, Arlington Military Cemetery is established. Have you ever been out to Arlington?
I've flown over it.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing.
It's jaw-dropping.
to be in Arlington.
1916 on this day, the Boy Scouts begin operations.
In 1994, The Lion King premieres in theaters.
Now, that was a big thing.
That 1994, when The Lion King is the play that we took our Libby to.
Yeah.
She was 7 years old, and she came out and she goes, I want to be a Broadway performer when I grow up. That's what I'm going to do. So it was The Lion King.
That might have been the best thing Disney's put together.
That was her inspiration.
A good story, good music.
Yeah.
Cartoon was good.
The music was just so good. The movie was amazing. The movie led to the musical. The musical's been amazing and run forever on Broadway. So yeah, Lion King was Libby's inspiration.
On this day in 1994. All right, 2019, Babe Ruth jersey sells for $5.64 million in New York.
What?
Most expensive sports memorabilia purchase at the time.
Unbelievable. And in 2026, on this day, Wise Guys broadcast live from Redmond Farm Store in North Orem.
That's right, our first remote show.
Yep, we're going to remember that in history. First remote show in the history of the show.
Redmond Re-Lyte's a longtime sponsor of Wise Guys, where the secret's in the salt. Salt's a key component to hydration. Our pleasure to be joined by Spencer Steiner for some Hydration 101 here at Redmond. Thanks for having us here tonight, by the way.
Yeah, of course. Thanks for being here.
This has been great. What's the biggest misnomer for folks when it comes to hydration in their body?
Hydration. If you guys heard of Dr. James DiNicola and Tona, we partner with him. He's like a salt doctor, right? He's done a lot of studies and found that a lot of people are actually dehydrated. They think that water hydrates them. Found that water is important.
All my life, I thought water hydrates.
Yeah.
That's why we
Drink a bunch
it.
of water and you're fine.
Yeah, you're fine. If you're cramping, drink water. Or pickle juice, right? Pickle juice has electrolytes
I
in
haven't
it.
done the pickle
Right?
juice. Did you ever do that on the sideline?
Yeah, we did it when I was playing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
We played down in Waco on a hot, just sticky night, and we did pickle juice. We
So-
didn't get cramps, but we lost.
So
But
drinking
then we didn't lose
water.
again for 2 years after that. So there you go.
So drinking water doesn't get it done. It's the salt that you need.
It's a mixture.
Yeah.
So if you were to take salt or Re-Lyte, if you were to dry scoop it, it wouldn't work very well. You need a mixture of the water and the electrolytes, and that allows your body to process it. Electrolytes, sodium, for example, helps your body retain water. Potassium helps your body, potassium helps your body regulate the sodium. Too much sodium, not enough potassium is not good. So sodium, potassium, magnesium, calcium, they're all essential electrolytes.
With summer here, we're hitting 90s. People are out. They're doing outdoor activities. What's a good strategy for them? They don't, even if they're not a high level athlete, but they're out and about, they're sweating. To stay hydrated, what would be a good strategy for a regular old person that's fairly active in the summertime?
That's a great question. So we found that the average person, when they sleep, loses between 800 and 1,200 milligrams of sodium.
Wow.
Through when you pee at night, right? You wake up sweating, right? Just breathing, you're dehydrating. So one scoop of Re-Lyte or an electrolyte of your choice, right, should have between 600, 800 milligrams of sodium. That's bringing you up to par almost, right? And then, I mean, throughout your day, it depends on your activity. If you're going to the gym, right, you may need a few more scoops of Re-Lyte. If you're just sitting on the couch, you may just need maybe a scoop of Re-Lyte, right? It really depends on the person, but also listen to your body, right? If you're feeling a headache or something like that coming on, it's a good chance it's probably dehydration.
What are the early indications? I was going to ask you that. What are the early indications that you're drying out?
Yeah, headaches are huge. Irritability is huge. My wife would tell you, get real irritable.
We should all
When I'm
drink more. We should all be drinking more.
Yeah,
if it's
wow.
not
If the irritability, man, I should be drinking more Re-Lyte than I already drink. I drink it every day.
Exactly.
Dizziness can be a big factor. For athletes specifically, their reaction times will become slower. So this is a few there.
You know, speaking of athletes, after the NCAA championships, Diljit Taylor, BYU's track coach, she posted a picture with Re-Lyte, and she said, "We love this. How important is it for the body of these athletes?" You know, Ben was just on here competing 2 straight days in the decathlon. I
And he had some Re-Lyte before the race.
Yeah. So what does Re-Lyte do for the body for these high level athletes?
Like I said, reaction time is huge, right? It's also a big one that we've been talking about a lot is ACL injuries are huge in athletics, right? I mean, Richie just had an ACL
Richie on earlier.
right?
Yeah.
Soccer players left and right going down. Yeah.
Exactly. Dehydration actually leads to soft tissue tears.
Oh, interesting.
Interesting.
So staying hydrated is super important for these athletes to minimize injury risk, but to also help their performance.
So over the course of our lifetime, and we're still pretty young, even though we
I don't know about
might
that.
not look or sound like it. Salt was really bad for you.
Yep.
You got to avoid it. Your table salt, you got all kinds of salt. And as we've come to learn that salt's what your body needs.
Yep.
But maybe it's a little bit different than when we think of what's in the salt shaker.
Yeah.
What is it about Redmond salt that the studies have shown that our bodies just need?
Yeah. So not all salts are created equally, right? If your salt's white, probably been highly processed. They run it through a bleaching process that strips it of its good minerals and leaves you with just sodium and chloride. Salt is also naturally hygroscopic, meaning it attracts moisture from its environment. If you were to leave some real salt out in your front porch for a few days, you'd come back and you would have some clumps in it, pulled moisture from the environment. So anyways, real salt isn't stripped of that. We have the mine down in Redmond, 1,000 feet underground. We have a stainless steel metal drum that we press against the wall, and all it does is it eats the salt right off. We crush it up when you put it in your salt shaker that ends up on your table. Has over 60 minerals in it, right? So that white table salt may cause some issues because it has chemicals in it to make it not clump because it's hygroscopic. Real salt doesn't have any of that. Your body's craving a lot of these minerals, over 60 of the minerals in there that oftentimes we're not getting from any other sources.
When we say farm to table here with the food, it means, hey, you're growing your own, beef, and they're bringing things straight in from farms. This is from mine to table, right from the mine.
Yeah.
Unchanged is exactly the way God put it in the earth.
Exactly. A little bit of history here for you guys. You think this is cool? Back in millions of years ago, we're thinking the Jurassic period. There was an inlet of the ocean over the western part of the United States, stretched from southern Canada all the way to New Mexico, called the Sundance Sea. Obviously, it's since evaporated, but it left behind the massive salt deposit that's about 5,000 feet underground. Virtually inaccessible, but a series of tectonic activities pushed a vein of it to the surface in Redmond, Utah. That's where we're mining it there.
How about that?
Back to your farm to table. We have a farm right by the mine in Redmond. A lot of our ingredients at the cafe come from the farm.
Well, the empire is growing, and it seems like it's growing with the education of, hey, this is good for me.
Yeah.
And then the testimonials of Ben and Diljit and Bear and everyone else who goes, oh, I use that,
Yes.
and I'm competing at the highest level. And so this seems to be a good time for Redmond.
Absolutely. Yeah. We're growing fast. We love that the athletes are looking for products that they feel like their bodies need. For a long time, it was sugary drinks that a lot of the athletes aren't benefiting from. So we love that they're taking care of their bodies well.
Thank you. Thanks for having us here. Hey,
course.
Michael Johanson. Michael. Thank you. Appreciate it. Come on up here. We're almost done. Come join us. Michael Johanson, the alumni director of BYU's here.
That's right.
Tonight. We're going to just put him, climb up here or come around here. We're going to put him on the show because that's what we do here on the Wise
right.
Guys. We got a couple more minutes tonight, and we figured we got all the Hall of Famers with us. Let's sit down over here.
You can go aside, Michael.
We had Derek Miller on, the new Alumni Association president, a few weeks ago, and this is his boss.
That's right.
Hey,
That's a very
thanks
generous.
for coming to Redmond Night with the Wise Guys.
Oh,
Good to
it's so
see you.
great to be here, you guys. Feel among friends.
You know,
It's
in
like
the
coming home.
shade, in the shade here in June, it's summertime, but it doesn't feel like the fall sports are far off, does it?
Not at all. No, we're full on in the office, planning the tailgates, as you know.
Yeah.
But one of the cool things, maybe I shouldn't even mention this.
No, you
Probably
can't.
because
You always tell us stuff on the show.
okay, well, we've had such a great success, and hopefully some of the listeners know a little bit about our Cougs Care tailgates and service projects that we're
Right.
doing around the country. Well, this year we're doing something I'm calling it bringing it home, and so we're going to start doing this stuff at home
Really?
and engaging service, not to take anything away from what game day looks like when Lavelle Edwards Stadium fills up with those 63,000 people, but we're going to start doing a little bit more intentional service right here at home surrounding our athletic
Like a
events.
book drive, kind of the same kind of things
Same
you'll do.
things. We always talk about on the show and when we're out about how the Alumni Association and athletics, wherever they go, they leave the place better than they found it, which is really a cool thing. And it's been noticed in the Big 12 by the other universities, and by the communities. They're really showing respect toward BYU because of that. I've talked to fans that say, hey, we went on the road to this game and people were so kind to us. And we said, you were always like this? And they said, not to other fans, just to BYU, because they do so much good in our community when they come here. How does that feel to know that you're at the front of the spear on some of this?
Well, first of all, it's the way that we're programmed, right? At BYU, we enter to learn, and that happens in a bunch of different ways, but then we go forth to serve for the rest of our lives. So that time on campus is great, but to go forth to serve, I mean, that's our entire life, and that's our purpose. It's honoring the 2 great commandments of loving God, loving our neighbor. And so it feels good to be able to, intentionally support what we're programmed to do. What I recognize, and what we recognize very clearly, is that we don't have a corner on the market of good.
Right.
And what we're trying to do is put the good in a room and help the good get better. And that's really what drives a lot of things that we're doing. We go and we find great things that are happening, and then we reflect the spotlight on that.
You know what else helps is, and I'm just thinking of who's been on our show tonight. Bruce Branch, Richie Saunders, Kihei Bachmeier,
Rob
Ben
Wright.
Barton, Rob Wright.
Wow.
Todd Miller, new golf coach, Kevin Young.
I'm sure we missed somebody.
Yeah, and these are
That's phenomenal, guys.
These are the characters that the alumni are connecting to. And we're just in this rare period of just about every sport has got somebody major that's like, I got to watch this guy. Right. I got to watch this girl. I got to watch them run. Yeah. And it makes it a unique time.
Yeah. I mean, the reports from Oregon this week, fantastic, phenomenal, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
National champs.
the
BYU's producing national champions.
the light's shining, guys. Yeah. And you guys are doing a great job of sharing that. So
We'll have you
thank
back before football season so we can get the plan.
Yeah, we want to get some
Get
info
the
on how
lowdown.
it's all going.
It's going to be a great season this year, all year long.
Fantastic.
Thanks for being here. We pulled
thanks for what you do.
I totally apologize. She's going into shots. You better hurry.
Yeah.
That's Michael Johanson, the director of the BYU Alumni Association. Thank you.
Thank you, Michael.
Good to see you. All right. What a great way to cap the show.
There we go. And now we can talk about birthdays.
June 15th, birthdays.
In 1938, Billy Williams, the Cubs Hall of Fame left
Of
fielder.
course, he's on the list. How about this? 1948, Mike Holmgren, former BYU quarterback coach, your quarterback coach,
my coach,
and
Mike
Super Bowl
Holmgren.
champion.
Yeah, one of the greatest offensive minds in the history of the game of football. My coach.
1993,
Cooper Kupp.
Super Bowl
2022
champion of the
Super Bowl
Rams.
MVP from the
And
Rams.
he's not with the Rams anymore because it's Puka time.
Because it's Puka's time. Yeah, exactly right. So
By the way, I would imagine we're getting pretty close to hearing about Puka's new deal.
yeah.
It's going to be through the roof.
Yeah.
Might be the richest contract for a receiver in NFL
If he
history.
wasn't the best receiver in the league last year, he was with the top 3 in the league. So I think he's the best receiver in the league.
June 15 deaths, 2014, Casey Kasem of America's Top 40 and the voice of Scooby-Doo.
I listen to him not only in Scooby-Doo, but America's Top 40 every week.
Every week.
Yeah,
Every
pretty
week.
cool stuff.
Our Wise Guys inspirational quote of the week is from Mike Holmgren, who said,
Yep. I had a rule. I didn't have a lot of rules, but one of them was we're going to operate from a mutual respect. I won't embarrass you, and I don't expect you to embarrass me. And that's true.
how about that?
That is
He
true.
was just like that, wasn't he?
Yeah, well, no, absolutely. One time he yelled at Robbie, and then we went into the quarterbacks meeting, and Robbie was saying, I can't believe you yelled at me out there in front of everybody. And he goes, I didn't yell at you in front of everybody. And he said, Blaine, did I yell at him in front? And I go, I was all the way on the other side of the field, and I could hear you yelling at him. He goes, oh, now you two are just sticking together. Because we were roommates. But he did take that seriously. He's like, well, if I yelled at you out there in front of everybody, I apologize because I don't like to do that. And so
The great Mike Holmgren. Our thanks to BYU men's basketball coach Kevin Young, freshman star Bruce Branch III, Rob Wright III. They were on together.
All the
Two-thirds.
thirds. All the thirds
All
were
the
on here.
thirds. It made us a whole.
Yep.
Football stars Baron Tiger Bachmeier, new men's head golf coach Todd Miller, NCAA decathlon champion Ben Barton, Spencer Steiner from Redmond, Michael Johanson from the BYU Alumni Association, and all the folks here at Redmond. That might be our best show ever. Have we
Yeah.
ever had a guest list?
Not
that's
a guest
been
list like that. And next week we just pick right up,
We'll keep it
where
going.
we left off. I had a really nice visit with Colin Chandler earlier tonight because he was here but wasn't on the show tonight. But he'll be on the show next week. And guess what? He's bringing his wife, Hannah.
So it gives us the inside story.
Yeah, so we'll hear from the lovely Hannah and Colin next week. And Hannah's going to tell us all the truth about everything. That's how that goes.
He said they're excited to come on the show, which we're happy about.
Also, Bronson Kafusi going to come on. Counselor in my bishopric right now, but that's not why he's coming on.
Charity of Champions. Yeah, he's got a football event.
He is very involved with the National Football League, Players Association, and he's doing a Charity of Champions flag football thing here. He's going to come talk about that and all the other good stuff he's doing with the NFLPA. And John Wilson from BYU Pathway Worldwide. And we have another BYU superfan coming on.
Luana Rowe, she's turning 90 this year and still cheering on the Cougs.
Unbelievable. So fun.
Hey, we love our BYU superfans, and we're going to have one. We'd have one tonight because we have so many people on.
Just a lot going
They'll
on.
be with us every show moving forward. So go to wiseguys.com and sign up if you want to come on the show with us. 5-10 minutes talking about the Cougs, things you love. We're here for you.
And we remind you, Stadium of Fire is coming up. You're going to MC that. Brad Paisley. We're friends of the Paisley family. His dad, Doug, has come on the show with us a couple of times. That stadiumoffire.com. Get your tickets because it's going to be great.
I wrote an article about Doug Paisley. Did you see that? I think I sent it to you.
You sent it to me, yeah.
And so we're linked by the Paisleys, and they're linked to BYU in a unique way. You can read about it at Deseret.com. We look forward to that. Wise Guys is presented by Brady Plus. Supplies plus support. Find out more at bradyplus.com.
And by Mount America Credit Union, empowering dreams for over 80 years. Find out what they can do for you at macu.com.
Our Re-Lyte Athlete of the Week, presented by Redmond. The secret's in the salt. Learn what it can do for you at redmond.com. Ben Barton was the Re-Lyte Athlete of the Week, is the Re-Lyte Athlete of the Week, winning the national championship in the decathlon.
And Redmond Night with Wise Guys is presented by Redmond and their family of products. The Redmond Farm Store, Redmond Re-Lyte, Redmond Roots Protein, all right here. We're grateful for our great partnership with Redmond and to be here on location for our first remote broadcast ever.
Yeah, we're going to do some more, but it's history tonight.
That's right.
Wise Guys distributed by the Deseret News. For Blaine Fowler, I'm Dave McCann. We're the Wise Guys. Thanks for hanging out with us tonight in person and, of course, around the world on our live stream. And this show just keeps getting better and better.
And we'll see you all next week with another great show.
Good night.